The Tangenetic podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangenetic Might Play for January 2025. Yes, I know it's a little bit late, but you also knew we were on break over Christmas, New Year, so when were we supposed to make this episode?
So suck it up, sunshine, we're here now.
Yeah. So, as always, started out with, what did you guys play last month?
Path of Exile.
Yeah, that's mostly what I played.
That's pretty much the only thing I've fucking played.
I have been playing a few other little ones like Tiny Glade, and Seth put me onto a game called Akimbot, which is just very Ratchet and Clank-like. So I've been playing through that. That's been fun. But apart from
I was actually really keen to find out what you thought about Akimbot, because you are the Ratchet and Clank guy.
Yeah.
How is that, like, it looked like a mascot shooter from the old days, so, like, how does it actually go?
So far, it plays remarkably similar to one of the first Ratchet and Clanks, where you have to get through a war zone to get off the planet kind of thing. So it works that way. The sidekick, I prefer, like, Ratchet and Clank's dynamic, because, you know, there's more comedy into it, but they just went, you know, we'll make the big one, the edgy, you know, random guy, be fine, and we'll make the floaty one behind him, who's always like, you know, his version of Clank, we'll just make him annoying. And they've turned him into basically Claptrap. And I'm not a huge fan of Claptrap, so yeah. I still
slide it down.
Pretty much, yeah. I still enjoy it, but whenever he's like focuses on it, I'm like, okay, I'll get through this bit.
I mean, it was a pretty low cost game. I think it was only like 30, 40
yeah, it was like
bucks,
30 bucks at most. So I'm not complaining.
How much can you really complain?
Yeah, it's definitely worth the money. But it's like, when you go into those kind of cheat games, like, alright, what thing is going to suck? And I'm going through, alright, the controls are good, the story seems pretty, you know, put together. Yeah, that guy's voice. That's the downside here.
I mean, come on, even Ratchet and Clank did Nexus.
Yeah. Oh god, Nexus was bad. If you want to make any Ratchet and Clank fan sad, mention Nexus. It's just, no.
Well, my point simply being, even that franchise could completely nail it.
Yeah.
So, the fact that these guys even got into the same hemisphere, it's like, that's pretty good.
Oh, definitely.
And it's just PoE for John Doe.
Yeah.
Well, no, I played a lot of Path of Exile, and I fucking loved it.
So good.
I also dumped a bit of time into a weird simulator game. I've seen a few people playing, so I thought I'd fucking try it. And it's trading TCG card shop simulator. You run a shop that sells cardboard crack.
You run a dispensary, yeah.
Yeah. So I dumped a bit of time into that. It was just a fun waste of time. You make a shop and things happen. I also came across a game that I noticed earlier on in the year, and I hadn't really thought it again. It's called Infection Free Zone, and it's a zombie survival game, but it's more like viewing down on a map, and you're telling squads what to do. But the entire map is generated from Google Maps, so you can pick your hometown or home city, or so. I dumped quite a bit of time into that. I've tried playing my hometown. I've tried playing where I live now. I've played a bit of Brisbane. I've played all over the place. It's been fun.
That does sound entertaining.
It's got a bunch of like sliders and the whatnot for like how resource dense is there, how many zombies are, how likely is there to be a horde, how much is there going to be survivors. So you can really customize the experience to be like, this is how challenging I want this game to be.
And like for all those like times of like, how would I survive a zombie apocalypse here? Like, how would I survive it at home? What's going on? It's just one of those things. I've enjoyed it. It was I dumped quite a bit of time into that.
I may have to pick that up. That looks like fun. Just how quickly will I die? The simulator.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the main show, you know I played a bunch of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I still haven't finished that, but damn, it's fucking good. If you want the details on that, please go check out the main show. I went on a rant for about 15 minutes. I don't really want to try and recreate it. But mechanically, it's incredibly good. punching Nazis is always going to be a good time. It feels very Indiana Jones. The voice acting's great. Cinematography's really good. A lot of the scenes feel like they've been ripped straight out of one of the movies. It's excellent. Would highly recommend checking that out. Nice. I also played a shite load of Path of Exile, just like these two Muppets.
Yeah.
It's really, really good, man.
Yep.
I just
that game is
sunk into that.
Like, we hit the second act boss, and it was like, we can't get through this without radically changing everything my character has been built for.
Respec everything.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that respect made me play my character better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I settled back into my old form, it wasn't like I just went back. It was like I went back, but with improvements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I was playing a much more generalist character, it made me respec into a specific path, and then suddenly it was like, oh, that's how I meant to play this game. Okay.
And I've hit that wall in the third act now, which is that fucking molten gold guy.
Yeah, he's the bust. It's just the arena.
Yeah. Like,
even
if I had more time,
because the gimmick of that boss is that there's it's either gold or magma or something. There's liquid fire rolling down this trench, and he can stand in it, and it helps him power up. But there's a limit to the trench. When you get to the end of it, if you haven't killed him yet, you just get set on fire until you die.
Yeah. I even tried stacking a shit ton of fire resist. It didn't do much.
It's clearly designed that if you haven't done it by now, this is an instant kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how long it's going to be before I can go back and actually fight him.
Yeah, it's a DPS race, so I'm just waiting to get some DPS behind me again.
Other than that,
I did play one other game, and it's a game I didn't think I would. So I just remember I played a game that it was announced a little while ago, and it's fucking terrible. That Rocky City. It was in
that sounds familiar.
The Humble Bundle. It had all those actors in it. Like Chuck Norris is a cop in it. It had a bloke from Kill Bill.
That heist game. Yeah,
they spent their entire budget on getting the likenesses of the actors. That's where their entire fucking budget went.
Wow. So there's just no game. It's just a bunch of models that walk around.
It's a very bare bones. The heist you do, there's an area with buildings around it. There's one building in the center that you need to go into. There's always 3 to 4 guards walking around the outside. You could walk up to them, point a gun at them, they just get on their knees. You zip time, you walk in, you grab the shit and fuck off again.
Wow.
And the big gang battles are literally a small arena area where it's team versus team, and 15 enemies will spawn. Now kill them. Okay, you've taken control of the area. Next area. They spent their entire budget on celebrities. I just remembered that one because holy fuck, I played an hour of it and I instantly uninstalled because god damn.
You unlocked the trauma gate accidentally. No, this must be shared.
Oh, just when we're talking about that, it's it was the only time I took a little gap from Path of Exile. I thought, I'll try something different. Let's see what this is actually like. I'll make up my mind. I shouldn't have. It's fucking terrible.
Well, I can imagine I would go out of my safe square of Path of Exile. No bad touch.
Now, if you manage to get the last Humble Bundle that had it included in it, don't even bother redeeming the key. It is fucking terrible.
Fair.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your toes there, Seth. It just popped into my head. It was holy fuck, this thing.
Other than Indiana Jones and PoE 2, I played... I bought this because the sequel came out, and I was like, ooh, that looks really interesting. Found out it was a sequel, and now I'm playing the first one first. Which is this game called The Citadel. It's a boomer shooter, but the weird gimmick that it decided was going to be its thing is all the characters you fight, rogue figures throwing stuff at you, guys in armor with all these shotguns and stuff. Everything's an anime girl.
Okay.
But you can only tell that after they're dead.
Okay.
So, like, you shoot one of them and, like, blow their head off, and then their head will be on the ground without the helmet on anymore, and it's an anime girl. It's just like, why was this your art decision? They don't look like anime girls any other time. There's no tits, nothing. They look like generic boomer shooter enemies.
Yeah.
Until they die. I don't know why that's what they did, but otherwise, it's not a bad game. It's definitely like real old school boomer shooter. It's just like abstract environments, things to shoot at and blow apart.
That's definitely a design choice. I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a thing. But I've been having a pretty good time with it. And they just put out their new one, which is Beyond Citadel. That was the one that triggered me to have a look at it, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna go back and play the first one first. And yeah, but I'm a sucker for boomer shooters. They're kind of my thing.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna tell you about this game, and I'm gonna tell you both not to buy it.
Which
recently picked up a game called Click Mage.
Click Mage?
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is like Cookie Clicker.
It's basically you play a wizard who accidentally teleported himself to an island, and now you need to use your magic powers to collect resources and build things to create a teleporter so you can go back home.
This actually popped up on my my like list of games you might enjoy thing the other day.
Yeah, it's another one of these like chill. I can just sort of click through and idly play this, and I'm telling you guys not to, despite the fact I'm pretty sure both of you are adding it to your fucking baskets.
Yes.
Stop looking at my screen.
And I just downloaded, and before we started recording, I was going to play some of the Can demo, which I was actually pretty keen for. That's that mountain climbing cell-shaded game.
Ah, yep.
The demo's out for it, and I'm like, ooh, I want to play that. I want to check that game out. Because I've also been playing I think it's Hills of Yore? Which is a first-person mountain climbing game. And it's pretty fun, very goofy,
nice.
But it's pretty fun.
Goofy can be fun.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing. As usual, it's like ADHD brain's gotta be playing like 6 things at fucking once.
Yeah, same.
And that's not counting the occasional run of Warframe, because that game just sort of exists.
You gotta keep the thing up for it.
It's just my comfort game. I don't know what I want to play. I'm just going to go play some Warframe. Right, now that we've gone through all that, shall we talk about what's coming... when will this episode go live? Coming out this month!
Yay!
Look, if it gets out before the first game comes out, I consider that a win.
Yeah.
So, first up... we have... on the 14th, we have Hyper Light Breaker, which is the next game from the guys who made Hyper Light Drifter, and it's kind of a big shift up because they've gone from a top-down perspective to full 3D. But it worked for Risk of Rain, so I'm kind of hoping it works out here as well.
This aesthetic
also got
looks very
now.
Risk of Rain.
This does look very pretty.
It's co-op, so up to 3 people.
Nice. I've seen this popping up around. I think there's an on pre thing for Steam at the moment. I'm not sure.
Well, it comes out on the 14th, so it'll be out by the end of next week.
Yeah. I might give that a look.
I'll probably pick it up because I really liked Hyper Light Drifter. So I'm very keen to check out Breaker.
Yeah. Hyperlight
Next
Breaker
up
just sounds like an anime attack.
Next up is how's your wallet doing, Swoosh? Because I think you're going to be buying this one.
Like, my wallet's always in a perpetual screaming state.
And then every month when I come through with the trailer list, it screams a little more.
Yeah, it screams a little louder. Like, right now, it's just vibrating in my pocket.
So, next up on the 15th is Aloft.
Oh, no, I already have this in my, like, wish list.
Kind of figured you would.
Yeah.
This is absolutely a Swoosh game.
This is my jam.
survival crafting on floating islands.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my everything. Like, I've been waiting for this to come out for a while. I'm surprised it's coming out now, actually.
Well, I mean, we've discussed this before. You basically don't look up games until I tell you they're coming out anymore.
Pretty much. Yeah, at this point, it's like, I'll figure it out. I'll be told when it's coming. But no, I'm actually very keen for a Loft. God damn it, that's where all my money's going to be going.
I mean, look, if you like survival crafty stuff, it's your thing. I just like, hell, even I'm interested in it because of the Flying Islands aesthetic choice. That really jumps out as like, this one feels a bit different to every other fucking survival crafting game.
There's also another one that should be coming out called Solar Punk, which I'm kind of keen for. So
not this month.
Not this month.
Or at least not that I'm aware of.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be like next year-ish. So this will keep me going until that one comes out.
Next up, on the 16th, is Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Yay!
Which is the HD remake of the Donkey Kong Returns game from the Wii.
Look, I love me some Donkey Kong.
Same. And this game was pretty good. But, you know, no one played it because it was on the fucking Wii.
Yeah. A lot of games died in the Wii graveyard.
Sorry, specifically the Wii U.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to pick that up. I love old Donkey Kong.
Same. I'm a massive nerd for Donkey Kong.
As long as I don't fuck with it too much, I'll be happy.
Next up. This one's more on here because, like, I kind of have to mention it more than I'm personally particularly interested in it. Which is the PC release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is coming out on the 23rd.
I didn't think we'd get this till later.
I'm not particularly keen, but that's just because I'm not that into the Final Fantasy games. So,
I'll probably pick it up and have a look.
It's a big tempo release, and apparently it's a lot more interesting than the previous one, because now they're no longer trying to do a remix of the original. They're doing, like, crazy new shit.
Yeah. They've moved away from the old one.
Yeah. Next up... on the 28th... we've got Orcs Must Die, Death Trap. Which is just the next game in the Orcs Must Die series.
Yeah.
I like those games. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're silly. This one's going for a bit of a co-op focus, so
it looks fun.
See how that pans out. But it's not like they haven't had co-op in these games for a while now.
Yeah.
It's known commodity. Should be good. Although I think they're adding some, like, roguelite elements to it this time. I'm guessing to try and shake it up a little bit. Have to wait.
It makes sense. Like, your run fails, you unlock something for the next run. It actually makes a lot of sense having some sort of roguelite in it.
Yeah.
Next up. Also on the 28th. That was the... No, new trailer. Don't play.
Thought my computer was fucking up for a second.
Eternal Strands.
Eternal Strands, eh? What is this one?
Third person magic. You seem to be fighting a lot of, like, very large mobs. Yeah, we've seen this one before, and we talked about it. It seemed kind of interesting. A little bit Shadow Colossus, a little bit running around, just whooping things with your magic powers.
It does seem just to be a much more colourful Shadow of the Colossus, which I'm okay with.
Yeah. But that seems to be only, like, part of the game is fighting the big beasties. Like, the normal fighting looks pretty dynamic and fun, too.
Yeah. Actually, what was the game where you were playing Icarus, or whatever it was, where you were flying around in Greek mythology?
Oh, fuck, it's the one Ubisoft did that they never did a sequel to.
Oh, but they only did that because they were from Odyssey when they started going through the mythology of it. They thought, oh, we can make a pretty good game of this, so they made a fuck around game.
Yeah. It gives me that same kind of vibe.
What was it called? It was so good too.
Yeah, it was a great one. But this gives me that same kind of feeling. You know, like,
Yeah.
I'd play this.
Yeah. Very colourful, mythological feel.
Yeah. I'm probably going to grab that one then. The fact I can't remember that name's going to piss me off.
Yeah, it's really annoying. It's annoying because I liked the game.
Yeah.
If it was meh or I didn't like it, it'd be like, yeah, whatever. But it's like, no, that game was... Fuck.
Immortals Phoenix Rising.
That one!
That was it.
Yeah. Perfect. That was a good game. And that gives me the same feeling, so I'm kind of keen.
Yeah.
Next up on the 30th is Sniper Elite Resistance. Look, man, I just really like the Sniper Elite games.
Yeah.
They're just fun.
Any game that lets you slow motion shoot Hitler in the testicle is a good game by me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not going to pretend like the most detailed sniping sim or anything like that.
No,
just
it's arcade
fun.
sniping.
They are the most cathartic sniping sim.
Oh, I will not argue with you on that. They are cathartic as hell. Big fan of those games. They're a lot of fun. I've played all of them.
I remember, like, every so often you get those perler shots when you accidentally shoot, just the headshot cam goes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And last up, which is something I'm going to buy. I know I'm going to, despite how much I'm not going to like having to put the extra logins in. Spider-Man 2.
Spooderman!
On the 30th.
Safe bet.
Because I really, really want it. And I know Sony's going to make me sign into their fucking system. I already have an account.
Look,
So,
sometimes I will pay there. I have to log in. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I haven't bought Ragnarok, so I haven't had to log in from that, but, like, this will be the game to get me to do it.
Yeah.
I really want to play it. Like, the Spider-Man games are fun.
They
I'll
really are.
deal with your bullshit, Sony.
I really love the Spider-Man, like the first Spider-Man game, but I lost interest with Miles Morales.
Well, I mean, that was...
It felt more like a DLC than an actual game.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem. If they'd pitched it as DLC and it had been DLC, it would have been like a great little, like, snippet, and it'd be like, oh, it might not be that good, but, like, I paid $40 for it, who cares?
But yeah, I'm most likely picking this up as well.
Yeah. Miles Morales' problem was full price, single box release. But apparently this
that
is like a very...
That's why I didn't buy Spider-Man 2 on...
PlayStation?
Yeah.
But I mean, from everything I've heard, this one's a very story-rich game. It's got a lot of content. You get to play both Spidey-Mans. Yeah. I mean, like, if it's half as good as the first one, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I want it to be as good, please.
Preferably, yes.
And I mean, I could look up reviews for it, but I don't really want to. I just want to get it and make my own decision.
Yep.
But yeah, that's your lot for the month.
I'm probably going to get it. Like, I love the Spider-Mans.
Any particular highlights for you off of this monk's list?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's about it, and it's about the only thing that'll pull me away from Path of Exile at the moment.
A Loft will probably pull me away from Path of Exile for a bit.
You gotta take a break every now and then.
Yeah. I've already downloaded one, like, casual sim thing, again, from, like, years past. It was, like, Lens Island. Just going through playing that. So...
I mean, I'm pretty keen for Breaker. Donkey Kong might be a good palate cleanser in there. I definitely want to play Eternal Shots. That looks like I really like those sort of games. And I gotta say, yeah, like you guys, Spider-Man's the big pickup for January.
Yeah.
Oh shit, A Loft has a demo out.
Oh, nice.
I'm definitely not installing that.
And with that, we lost Swoosh for the rest of the evening.
More or less. But
Alright, well, I think that'll do for this week. This month, sorry.
It has...
Gave the show exit, not the monthly show exit. I think that'll be a lot for the month. I hope there's something in there you're interested in. Catch you next month. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.